welcome to another Election 2016 video. Today I'm very excited to share my official 2016 endorsements with all of you. I'm going to be doing endorsements for absolutely everything from national to state to local. I have my sample ballot that I've marked with me again. So let's start off with the president. I've mentioned this in other videos and on social media, but I will be voting for Hillary Clinton. I'm not super excited about it. I honestly wish that someone else could be the first female president, but Donald Trump scares me, so I'm voting for Clinton. Next, for U.S. Senator, I will be voting for Kamala Harris. And then for the United States House of Representatives District 18, I will be voting for Anna Eshoo. So next I'll be going over state and local offices. State Senator District 15, I will be voting for Jim Beal. Both of the candidates for state senator are old career politicians. I'm not a super big fan of either of them, but I'm voting for Beal because Campos got a lot of money from big oil companies. Then for State Assembly District 28, I will be voting for Evan Lowe. To be honest, I couldn't completely do my homework on this one because the other candidate, Nicholas Sklavos, does not have a website or Twitter, so I wasn't able to find any information about him. So if you know anything, comment down below. But I actually really admire Evan Lowe. He became the mayor of Campbell when he was only 26 years old, which is really impressive, and although he is in his 30s now, he's still the youngest person on my ballot. Then for the Santa Clara County Board of Education District 3, I'm voting for Judy Circo. Both of the candidates for this are extremely old, so I decided to not vote for the incumbent to switch things up a bit. So those are all of the offices. So next I'll be talking about propositions, local measures, and bonds. And there are a lot of those on the ballot this year, so this might take a while. And just a disclaimer before I start, I typically don't vote yes on a lot of propositions, measures, and bonds because a lot of them cost millions and millions of dollars. So I just like to pick a few that I really support to vote yes on. So I'm voting no on propositions 51, 52, and 53. I'm voting yes on proposition 54, which is really awesome because it requires the state legislature to publish any bills on the internet, to publish all bills on the internet for 72 hours. I'm voting no on proposition 55. I'm voting yes on proposition 56, which is a $2 cigarette tax, because smoking takes lives every year and also causes a lot of health problems. I'm also voting yes on proposition 57, and I'm voting yes on proposition 58, and then I'm voting yes on proposition 59. I don't really think it's going to do anything, but it doesn't cost any money, so I might as well. I'm also voting yes on Proposition 60, and I'm voting no on Proposition 61. I'm voting yes on Proposition 62, which would repeal the death penalty. It's just something that I'm personally against. We've gone back and forth a lot on the death penalty in California over the years. In 1978, Dan White supported a proposition, I think it was Prop 7, that would automatically give the death penalty to anyone who murdered a public official, and then he went and murdered 2 public officials. And then of course I'm voting yes on Proposition 63, also known as Safety for All. I've talked about this proposition quite a few times on my channel, and I absolutely support it. I think that we need gun control in this state and in this country. And then there's Proposition 64, which would legalize recreational marijuana. And this might upset a lot of millennials, but I'm actually voting no on this proposition. I think that adults 21 and over should be able to make their own decisions when it comes to this. But my personal fear with this is that young people will have access to a substance that can damage their developing brains. The smoking age in California is 21. But if I wanted a cigarette, I could just go out and ask someone older than me to get me a pack, and I fear that the same thing would happen with marijuana. And then I'm voting no on Proposition 65 and 66, and then I'm voting yes on Proposition 67, which would ban plastic bags. They banned plastic bags where I live a few years ago, and I think that it's really encouraged people to bring their own bags to grocery stores. And I think that's a really good thing because plastic bags are really bad for the environment. And then for local measures, I'm voting no on Bond A, and yes on Measure B, which would help with transportation and extend BART to Silicon Valley. And lastly, I'm voting no on School Bond AA. I think that it's a great idea, but $275 million is a little bit much. For me at least, fancy classrooms don't give students good educations, good teachers do. So those were my endorsements. Feel free to comment your thoughts down below, and I'll see you all very soon with a new video. Goodbye.